If you've been looking for the best popper build all around, dominate the glass, hawk lane, spark from anywhere on the court, and protect the rim, then this is the build for you. What if I told you that for the next 4 weeks, if Caleb Williams throws for 1 passing yard, you win. And you're gonna get a free $50 when you place just one $5 lineup when you sign up using code YoungDirk. First, you're gonna pick your sport, then you're gonna pick the category within that sport. You can mix and match them. Then you're gonna pick your players, and you're gonna decide if those players are gonna go more or less than the number in that category. The more picks you get right, the more money you make. Especially if you add some demons to your lineup, the multiplier gets crazy. Make sure you use code YoungDirk to get the $50 free promo. Please play responsibly, available in select states. Thank you to PrizePicks for sponsoring today's video. Okay, for position, we are going power forward. Now for the height, if you load up and go into the stage right now, all of the top threes big men are actually on a 6'7". I know it's crazy, it seems short, but unfortunately anything else taller is either too slow or you do not get as nearly as much attributes. I want to make this clear, this is not a center for the 5v5 modes. This is the power forward if you are playing fives, and then you can use this build as the big man on 2s or 3s if you want as well. That's what the meta is, quote unquote, right now. And if you want to tweak the build and make it a little taller, that's okay. I'm just letting you know now you're not going to get the same amount of attributes. Onto the weight, we're going to be 268 pounds with a 7'3" wingspan. Okay, let's start with the shooting. We are going to go with an 87 midi. If you guys do not know, shooting mids this year is very, very OP. As of right now, my main method of scoring on my point guard build is shooting fades in the mid-range. For his three-pointer, we are going with a 79, and he has been sparking with this. I personally think on taller builds, it is easier to shoot. That is not confirmed, but I have noticed a lot of spot-ups and poppers are shooting the best on this game so far. For once, I'm taking care of the fives players. I'm kidding. I'm not a fives player. We're going with a 70 free throw. If you want to tweak this, remember, it's your build. If you play fives, I definitely recommend raising this. But let me come down here to adjust the agility. We're going to put this all the way up. Agility is way more important than we all first thought when the game came out. This helps you play great defense. So we're putting this all the way up, and we're going to go back to the shooting here. We're going to get Deadeye on silver, even though the contest system right now is absolutely broken. We're going to get Set Shot Specialist on silver and Shifty Shooter on silver. And if you're wondering, yes, the shooting is good, okay? It's not a 99 3 ball, but the midi fades, especially like I said, are very broken, even only with Shifty Shooter on silver. He is super, super consistent from the midi, and he is shooting about 50 to 55% from 3. And also, I forgot to mention, this is my man I'm in corners build. He is a very good player. He's on Jono's Pro-Am team, and if you want to drop him a follow, I will leave his Twitter in the description. On to the playmaking. We are going with a 65 pass accuracy. We are going with bronze, dimer, and break starter. Yes, I know 65 is not anything crazy, but it is expensive. And these taller builds really got nerfed as far as the amount of attributes they're allowed to get. The ball handle, obviously, we don't want to raise this. There's no point. We're leaving that at a 55. And then this is going to raise later because of the speed, so I might as well put it up right now. And the speed with ball is going to be on a 60. Onto the defense. We are going to go with an 85 perimeter. You guys, perimeter is so important this year. And if you don't think it's important, let's take a look at this clip from Double H. This was on day 1. He was playing Joe Knows. Joe Knows perimeter wasn't upgraded yet. He got a smothered animation and he greened it, and the coverage was open. A top comment on this tweet was this right here. He added the devs and said something is wrong with your contest on the perimeter. Please look into this. I've watched hours and haven't seen a single yellow or red contest. And Mike Wang responded, if you ditch perimeter defense, this is going to happen, especially if you're short. So perimeter defense is very important this year. The taller you are with perimeter, the better contests you'll get. Regardless of the build you make, I recommend you go at least with an 82 perimeter to get that challenger on silver. As for the badges we're getting, we're going with challenger on silver, on ball menace on silver. This is basically the new clamps badge, and then pick dodger on silver. We are going to get a movable. We have to upgrade the strength, which we will do that in a bit, and then off ball pest on gold. On to the steal. This is the steal I'm going to put on my next guard build as well, and that is 85, and we're going with an 85 for interceptor on gold. Glove is just not really a good badge this year, and you really are only going to get steals off of bump steals and blitzes anyway, unless you have this badge on legend. But you know, I'm not going to do that on a guard, and we're not going to do this on a popper either, so that's why we're going with the 85 for the interceptor on gold. And if you guys didn't realize yet, the lanes this year are absolutely crazy, and with this interceptor on gold, you're going to be getting steals that you didn't even know was possible. Onto the block in the interior. Actually, you know what, let's go down to the physical so we can see the badges that we get when we unlock that. For our strength, we are going to go with a 91, which will get us brick wall on gold, and I recommend using your +1 badge perk on this to get this on Hall of Fame. And then we're going to get immovable forcer on gold as well. And then for our vertical, we are going to put this up to an 83. You'll see why in a second. And then for the physicals, for the speed, you guys, I have not slept. I am getting on average 5 hours of sleep a night since the game came out, and working about 18 to 19 hours a day. If you could drop a like and subscribe if you're new, I would really appreciate it. I'm going to bed after this video. Anyway, we're going with 85 speed. There we go. We are fast. We are fast out there on the court. You need that for a backend/popper build. Anyway, back to the block. We are going with an 84 here. There we go. And then we're putting our interior on a 74, which is going to get us paint patroller on silver, post lockdown on bronze, and then high flying denier on silver as well. We are not that tall. We gotta have this high block and interior. We gotta protect the rim, even though a lot of this game is, you know, you gotta get the angles and your hands up in the wall and up. Anyway, okay, bro, I haven't slept. I'm sorry, okay? I'm losing my mind over here. Okay, anyway, for the rebound, we are going with, I gotta wake up, a 96. There we go. Wake up, Durkee. We're going with a 96 rebound, which will get us rebound chaser on Hall of Fame, box out beast on Hall of Fame, and pogo on Hall of Fame. That is why we went with the 83 vert. So if someone goes up, you can just boing, jump again, and you're gonna get a contest or the block. Also, if you did not know, the higher vertical helps with your rebounding. Anyways, to the offensive rebound, we are going with an 87, and I don't know what it is with this build, but this build on the offensive boards just goes crazy. I have no idea why. Maybe it's the vert, maybe it's the speed, I don't know, but it goes crazy. Now let's finally go up to the finishing. We are going to leave our close shot right here. We are going to put our layup only up to a 42. That's only because of the dunk. We're putting that to a 62. Now, if you guys don't want a driving dunk that low, the reason why we went that low is because most of the time you're going to do a standing dunk when you get the ball. But if you don't want to risk getting a layup, you can either lower the block, speed, strength, or vert to get that higher dunk. And then for our standing dunk, this is important. We're going with a 72 to get us the rise up on bronze, so we are able to standing dunk. Remember, at the end of the day, this is your build and nobody else's. If you want to tweak it to the game modes you play and your play style, that is completely okay. Now let's get into the build name. This build name is absolutely fire, but if you're interested in seeing a 7'1" point center that can speed boost, watch that video on screen, and we have the two-way board hunting stretch. Drop a like if you enjoyed this video. Go out.